I'm Vicky Warr, postnatal and pregnancy fitness specialist, and I'm also founder of Bump and Beyond by Vicky Warr. What's inspired me today is to give you the best exercises to help recover and flatten your tummy after having a C-section. Now that might have been recently, that might have been some time ago. So firstly, before we go through to the exercises, I'm just going to let you know a little bit about what a C-section involves, because if you have had one, you must understand that the healing process is longer than if you had a vaginal or other type of birth. So it's really important that you understand and help heal your body rather than rush into exercises which aren't suitable for your body right now. What inspired me most to do today's session and to create this video for you is that I saw a post on social media from somebody who had had a C-section, and they were saying that they have a kind of loose belly pouch after their C-section and how can they get rid of it. Now, obviously this is a common frustration with many women that have had C-sections. You have kind of loose muscles, a sticky out belly, whatever you want to call it, a mummy tummy pooch, but it's very frustrating to have this kind of loose belly, whether you had actually a C-section or whether you had a normal birth after having your child, after having your babies. But what's really important, okay, is that you adopt the correct exercise protocol and follow the correct exercises to help you heal and recondition the muscles from the inside out, rather than attempting exercises such as sit-ups, planks, or even, as I saw some advice given out underneath this post, running. All right, so I was frustrated and also saddened a little bit by the advice that was given to this particular lady that had asked for tips and help on losing her belly pooch after a C-section. So some of the advice that she was given by well-meaning, I'm sure, colleagues and friends, but probably not qualified professionals to help her exercise or return to exercise safely, and also to help her heal the abdominal muscles, strengthen and recondition them again, wasn't correct. So the advice that was given underneath this post was running every day. Another piece of advice was to do some water aerobics. Another piece of advice was to exercise and do postnatal yoga. Now, while all this kind of exercise can obviously help you lose some weight at some point, it's not specific to the fact that this lady went through pregnancy and childbirth and had a C-section. So, first of all, what is a C-section and how does it affect your abdominal muscles? So what's really important to know is that a C-section is an incision, it's a cut into the abdomen, all right, but it doesn't cut the abdominal wall, it just affects the connective tissue. And then the baby is lifted out via the stomach rather than the usual passage via the vagina. So the baby is lifted out that way. So it's the connective tissue, all right, that is usually affected rather than a cut into the actual stomach muscle. And that's really important to know. That means that your connective tissue and all the nerves and the cells surrounding it has been affected, and the mind and the body connection is often lost. So what we have to do first and foremost is try and get, okay, the mind and body connection working first. So really have to activate, all right, the abdominal muscles before we even begin to try and do more complicated exercises. So the exercises that I give you today might feel very kind of simple, but they're not necessarily easy to do, and it's really important that the technique is correct, the breathing is correct, all right, and you're getting the mind-body connection in order to switch those muscles back on, recondition them, and that will then bring you the flatter tummy that you deserve after having a C-section. So I'm going to do these exercises with no shoes on, and also you can do some of these exercises. They're all designed for you to do at home whilst your baby's napping, whilst your baby's next to you. And as I said before, they're very simple exercises, but they're not necessarily easy to do. So please follow my technique tips and also my instructions on breathing, because believe it or not, the breathing is so important when you're coming to do the exercises. So first of all, right, we're going to start with a pelvic tilt. So we're going to lie on our back. The feet are flat, all right, and the knees are bent. Now, when you come down, actually it's best to roll onto your side and then very gently come down, all right? Because if you are suffering from any pain still, and by the way, you must have had your GP check, all right, before performing any of these exercises, so make sure you're cleared after your C-section, all right, and gently come down to the floor. So we're lying on our back here, all right, we're just going to slide one hand underneath the lower back to feel that natural curve that you have in your lower back. From here, we're placing the other hand on top of the pelvis, and we're just going to roll the pelvis so that, imagine you have headlights on your pelvis. You're going to roll it, all right, so the headlights are kind of pointing upwards, all right, and you have a little bit of a larger curve in your lower back. Then you are going to just exhale through the mouth and roll the pelvis down and away from you, so the base of the spine is away and up, all right, so that's the base of your spine right here, away and up, so that you can feel that your lower back, all right, and your pelvis is just flattening out and it's beginning to lie level with your pubic bone, all right, which is here. So inhale, exhale. Now, as I said before, it might seem very simple, and if you were a keen, regular exerciser before your pregnancy, before you gave birth, and you were used to hitting the gym and doing lots of stomach exercises, sit-ups, crunches, all that kind of stuff, you'll need to come right back down, all right, and just understand that you need to start right over with foundational exercises to switch the stomach muscles back on again. Be really patient, okay? I know it's frustrating, but it's important to be patient. So we're just rolling this pelvis up and back, all right, just to help increase the pelvic stability. All right, and just to get the muscles all switching back on again. So you inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Two more, inhale, exhale, and release. Okay, now with that exhale, you slide your hand back out, relax your ribs, okay, and try and just bring this belly button down into the floor. Keep this part of you really relaxed, okay, and what you want to do is just feel, all right, a slight tightness, a slight, not tenderness, no pain, but you want to feel these muscles just slightly switch on, all right around here, around the belly button area, and then inhale and just relax. All right, now we're going to roll over onto our side, all right, and what we're going to do is just rest on our forearm and bend the knees at 90 degrees. We're going to take your hand just here on the lower part of the abdominals, all right, and just create space by lifting between your ear and your shoulder. We're going to inhale, let the belly just relax, and then exhale, draw the belly button in. Inhale, exhale. And we're going to progress this movement in a minute. Inhale, and then exhale. So you're literally breathing, you're activating this belly button, you're trying to tighten it up from the inside out. So you're breathing in, exhale. And these first few moves are so important to help you bring back that mind-body connection. Breathing in, exhale. One more time, breathing in, allowing the belly just to expand naturally. Exhale. Draw the belly button right back in, hugging it in towards your spine, like so. Now from here, we're going to place one hand just in front of you here onto the floor. Bring your knees back, try and line them up with your hips, and then we're just lifting the side of the waist up, taking the hand underneath the side of the waist. All right, and again, we're breathing in, exhale, and then slowly lower to the floor. All right, so the breathing in is here, exhale and lift, inhale and lower, exhale, lift, inhale, lower. exhale, lift. Now you might find that it's hard to lift the side of your waist up. You might have some extra weight that you've got to lift. All right, so just make sure that you're bringing your shoulder in on each lift. Exhale, inhale, exhale, drawing that belly button right back, and then inhale as you lower. Excellent. Now we're going to come onto our knees. I'm going to show you this from the side, and this is a lovely exercise to do to help really strengthen your hip area, all right, help bring your pelvis back in line with your pubic bone, and again, really get the activation going again in these deep muscles. So we're stepping forward with one foot, the back shin is just flattened to the floor, and the back foot is flattened to the floor. You're just going to lift up really slowly, because remember, suffering some pelvic instability here, some wobble. All right, so inhale, exhale, and just push the knee towards the toe. From this position, place your hand on your thigh, lean over, and feel a lovely stretch down through the side of the waist. This is really important. You just want to stretch and lengthen the muscles out again. You'll also feel a stretch in your hip flexor, which is important. And then inhale, and what I like to do here is help stretch out the hamstring muscles, which you might be wondering, why am I stretching my hamstrings? Here I want exercises for my C-section, but it's really important to lengthen this muscle again to help with your pelvic stability and all of the muscles around here. Okay, to help activate those muscles again. If you're very, very unstable and very tight through here, it's going to be hard to switch the muscles back on in this area. So we're going to stretch out this hamstring. Okay, lower the chest towards the hamstring, and then lift the toe if you need to, if this is very tight. Okay, and then inhale, exhale as you reach over again, pushing your knee towards your toe, front foot is flat, okay, and stretching the side of the waist. And then inhale, taking this hand through, stretching the hamstring. Exhale, and you want to do this exercise about 5 times, okay, on each leg. Making sure this hand is on the leg to help you stabilize. One more. Good, stretching the side of the waist. Excellent. Now we're doing the other side, just keep everything balanced. Stepping forward with this foot, reaching up, keep the front foot flat, reaching over as you exhale into the stretch, lengthening the side of the waist, opening out this area again. And then inhale, slide the hand underneath the hamstring. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. So you're stretching the side of the waist, all the obliques, the hip flexors, and the hamstrings. Okay, it's really important that you recondition, stretch through these muscles again. Okay, lengthen them back out. One more. Exhale and release. Excellent. Now we're going to come onto our knees and then bring the toes together. All right. From here, we are going to get our pelvis lined up with our pubic bone. Okay, so we want to avoid arching. We want to really drop these hips, drop the tailbone, avoid sucking in too much, and just try and get this all level, so the hips are level with the pubic bone. From here, we're just gently going to rock back at the knees, keeping the bottom of the hips all in line, so not this, okay? Exhale, I want you to imagine that you are zipping up from your pubic bone right up to your chest bone. Okay, here, you'll feel a stretch in your front thighs, and I want you to also feel this connection, okay, some tightness going on here. So you exhale at this point, and then inhale, come back up. From here, you exhale, and then inhale. So you're drawing this belly button in, activating. Okay, keeping this all in line, and then inhale. And again, exhale. Inhale, again, a lovely stretch in the front thigh for the tight there. Exhale. Inhale. This is lovely for your back as well. So exhale, try and relax that tailbone down. Shoulders back, and then inhale back. Excellent. Okay, so from here, we're going to try a squat. So, coming up to standing, all right, the squat position, all right, when you first start after having a baby, it's quite important that you use a chair, okay? That will really help you, especially if you're suffering from any pain still. All right, so feet shoulder width apart. When I say pain, okay, be advised that you need to check that pain out with your doctor. All right, but if the tummy muscles are still sore, all right, and you need to sit down and back up again, then what you can do is help strengthen your leg muscles by using a chair, okay, rather than going too deep into the squat. So feet are just shoulder width apart, and to help you, you just imagine that you're sitting back into the chair. Okay, so you're sitting down towards the chair and then coming back up. So down towards the chair, really slowly coming back up. Now with the breathing, inhale as you go down, and then exhale as you come back up. Okay, and just really gently do 5 squats, and then gradually progress after each week to say 10% more. So gradually move up to doing 8 and then 10 and then 12. Okay, so you inhale and then exhale, draw the belly button in. Inhale and then exhale, draw the belly button in. So you'll do between 5 and 8 of those, okay? So we're going to come back down to the floor again, all right? And we are going to do the leg slides, which is one of my favourite exercises to help heal the condition. So, running onto our side and then coming onto our back. We're going to have both knees bent, feet flat onto the floor. We're going to lift one foot off the floor, all right, and flex the foot. Bring the knee towards the chest, all right, but just be careful obviously of this area here. You're then going to exhale, draw your belly button down, slide your leg away, all right, keep the foot flexed, and try and keep your lower back flat into the floor. You'll have a natural little arch, okay, but you don't want to be arching it up too much. From here, inhale, bring it back. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So can you see the breathing is so important? Okay, what you're doing here is just extending that leg, all right, drawing your belly button right down towards your spine. Exhale, inhale, and just slow as best, all right, so that you can allow your mind to have the opportunity, okay, of talking to the muscle again, all right, of helping switch all the muscle fibers back on, all right, because if you've lost that connection through the trauma, all right, of birth and the type of delivery you had, all right, it means the muscles can just switch off and they don't really know what they're doing, and you've lost some muscle memory. But the really good news is that muscle memory comes back quickly if you allow it to, all right? You just take exercises slowly, all right, and really think about what you're doing rather than just rushing into exercises that you think are going to help flatten your tummy because, you know, people do them in the gym. You've got to bear in mind that those people might not have had a C-section like yourself, okay, and been through that procedure. Exhale, inhale, and then we do the other side. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. So you really, I like to keep the hand here on the belly button to really help, you know, get that activation going. Exhale, inhale. Be mindful of your shoulders as well. Really allow them to relax into the floor. Exhale, inhale. 2 more. Inhale, 1 more. And release. Excellent. Now from there, hands go down to the floor. We're going to do the march. So we're going to just lift one knee up towards the tummy. Be careful here. You want to again feel that activation. So belly button comes down, and then inhale lower. Exhale. Inhale. So again, very, you know, simple, or what might seem simple exercises, but the important thing is that you're feeling and you're starting to get, all right, the feeling and the, you know, from the numbness back into these muscles again. So exhale, inhale. So really try and get into, you know, what's going on here. So the fact that you're just be bringing that belly button down. Exhale, inhale, exhale, through the mouth, inhale, exhale, inhale. Okay, now from here, if you want to progress this, all right, you're you're further on in your stage of motherhood after having your baby, you can take one foot off the floor, the other foot off the floor, place your hands right here, alright, into what we call the psoas muscle and the hip flexor muscles, alright, so the fleshy part in here, just inside the hip area, and then you can lower one heel down towards the floor, exhale, exhale, avoid letting your back arch, so you don't want this, okay, back roll back flat, okay, taking the foot down, and then inhale back, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, shoulders really relaxed, exhale, inhale, 2 more, 1 more, and then take the feet slowly down towards the floor, and then roll over onto your side and come back up. So 2 exercises there, the march and then the progression of the march to really help again flatten your tummy. Now we're going to go into a really sort of simple roll back. Place your hands just right here on your knees, shoulders down relaxed, chest lifted, exhale, roll back, okay, drawing your belly button in, okay, come to about here, and then inhale, come back up. Exhale, inhale, feet are flat onto the floor, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Now if you can go a little bit further, that's great, okay? You mustn't allow your belly to pooch, you must draw the belly buttons in, right, and the muscles, the lower abdominal muscles, you need to bring them in, and then inhale back up. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more, exhale. Inhale, 1 more, exhale. Inhale. Excellent. Okay, one last exercise. Slowly coming up to standing position. Alright, if you are into your planks, if you love your plank exercise, then what I advise you to do is start these on either a chair, alright, or the wall, okay? It will be much easier, much safer for you, and it will help you recover those tummy muscles. So I'll show you 2 versions, the wall version, alright, and then also the chair version as well. So the wall version, place your hands on the wall here, alright, and then just step back about roughly about 3 to 4 foot away from the wall. Have your hands on the wall, in line, your shoulders in line with your wrists, okay? Now from here, you can just lift your heels up, alright, and just bend soften your elbows so they're slightly bent, and then make sure that you haven't arched your back, okay? So allow the tailbone to just drop softly down, alright, just to get a natural curve that you'll have in your lower back here, but nothing excessive, okay? From here, alright, just draw your belly button in, look straight ahead, relax your shoulders. Alright, much safer for you than attempting to do this exercise on the floor, which, to be fair, if people don't have the right technique in a plank, can, bring on backache and things because of arching of the back and dropping of the hips. And you won't have the strength yet either if you've recently had your C-section, alright, to hold a plank. So this is a great version to do. You just inhale, exhale, belly button back. And then if you want to, you can come onto your forearm, and then back, and then switch. Forearm, back, and back. With the breathing, alright, what you'll do is draw your belly button in towards your spine as you exhale, and then exhale, and then inhale as you come back to the start position. Exhale, inhale. Okay, now I'll show you that also on a chair. So I have my chair here. Let's bring it further forward. Alright, so from here, stepping back slowly, placing your hands onto the chair. Alright, and because you're elevated, this makes it so much easier. Alright, so you're dropping your shoulders and you're just drawing your belly button right in towards your spine. To make it easier still, you can just rest on your knees. Alright, shins are flat, and do the same thing from here. And you still really feel this. Okay, so you exhale and draw this in. Alright, and if you want to make it more challenging, so you'll come up, okay, into this position, relaxing your shoulders, Alright, and just drawing your belly button in towards your spine. You can hold it for just say 5 seconds and progress up from there as you gradually get stronger. Breathing in, breathing out. Remember to avoid holding your breath. Okay? Breathing in, breathing out. Getting those lower abdominals really switched on and working again. And then just slowly come back down to the floor. So, those were my exercises to help you recondition your tummy muscles and flatten them, which is I know, many mothers' kind of primary wish after having a baby, to flatten the tummy muscles. But please remember that it's so important that you heal and condition first, all right, by performing these kind of exercises before attempting sit-ups and crunches, all right, because they could be really sort of harmful to those stomach muscles which haven't recovered from the surgery procedure. All right, so it's recovery, healing first with the right kind of exercises. Now, on the topic of running, I know that so many people think that running is the key to getting a flatter tummy. All right, when you've just had a baby, it's really important to be aware that your pelvic floor muscle, which is part of your core muscles, okay, it's the base of the pelvis, needs to heal and strengthen again. And that's even if you had a C-section, all right, because the pelvic floor muscles are weakened and stretched when the baby kind of is in the uterus and putting pressure onto your bladder and down onto your pelvic floor muscle. So it's during the pregnancy phase that your pelvic floor muscle becomes weakened and stretched, all right, not necessarily at the birth stage. So it's important to know that yes, if you had a C-section, you still need to strengthen and condition your pelvic floor muscle as well. Now that would be a separate video, so I will be creating a video to help strengthen and recondition the pelvic floor muscles as well. So watch this space for that. If you liked this video today, please like, and also please comment in the box below if you have any questions. I love questions and I'm more than happy to answer them for you. These kind of exercises you want to perform, and you can perform on a daily basis. You can perform every other day as well, but you must be consistent and regular in performing your exercises. If you continue to have any pain in your abdominal muscles, please go back to your doctor, your obstetrician, all right, your GP, all right, and ask to be referred to a women's health physiotherapist who can help you further. All right, that's so important. Okay, and please make sure that you understand that if you are suffering from some pain and it's many months after, all right, it's important that you don't just think of that as normal, all right, and you push to get that referral to a women's health physiotherapist, or you push to see a doctor that's really going to pay attention to you and really give you a good check over, all right. One other tip I have for you, here's a bonus tip actually, is C-section scar therapy massage is a great thing. It can really help just stimulate all the muscle fibers again, get them activated and get the blood flowing into the muscle fibers, which will really help you. When you get blood circulating around, you can wake up the muscle fibers again, you can get things activating, you can heal a lot quicker. So you might want to check out C-section scar therapy massage in your local area and see if you can find a therapist that can help you with that. So thanks so much for watching today. Remember, like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already for more videos, and also comment in the box below if you have any questions. And I look forward to seeing you again soon.